seeing some kind of resurgence.
Yeah, it's not so much a resurgence that demographers tell us, but what there is the decline has become stagnation. Right, the religious decline in this country has really, so that's. But the people do write a lot journalistically about the resurgence. The resurgence is more of a slowing stagnation as opposed to decline. But yeah, it's the trend has changed, and now I want to go next to
it just like in a non-religious sense. The effect of subjectivism, not in terms of religious outlook or morality specifically. Most people accept the morality of the communities they live in. But subjectivism is seeping into our sense of media and truth. Right? My facts matter more than yours because I researched them and I haven't heard yours.
That is uncontestable. Yeah, and it's now...
So this is what we're missing about this guy Gojo. He just left, and where this whole conversation fits in as well, what's just being said about moral subjectivism. According to him, his perspective says that there's a fundamental difference between a believer and a non-believer. That a non-believer would have absolutely no force.
When the man opened his eyes, he saw that his neck was around killing,
doing whatever. Whereas a believer, foundationally, has a force, which is God. And that's where he was coming from. So, but he didn't clarify that, right? So we never answered his question, because he was assuming that we were kind of all under the presumption that a God person has an objective set of values that basically apply to, I suppose, every God believer, right? And that's when we dichotomize. We say God believer.
I agree with you. This is the problem, right? There are so many different kinds of atheists. There's so many different kinds of believers. And everything in between. Yeah, I think these sort of broad-based standards, broad-based generalizations about, well, if you're an atheist, this or believe that, I agree. I think it's just not helpful, right? I mean, again, we have to talk in some generalizations just to have a conversation. We can't particularize everything, or we'd have no patterns and no ability to communicate bigger truths. But you got to watch a little bit, right? I mean, you have to kind of watch when you paint with such a broad brush.
If I could also add very quickly, sorry to interrupt, but what I believe he was also saying, and what he meant, but what he clearly didn't say was, if you believe in God, you have hell. You have going to hell in eternity to prevent you from killing people. But if you're an atheist, you don't believe in the afterlife. So if there's not hell, what do you have stopping you? That's my opinion.
You know what the problem with that argument is, Uncle Steve? When you go to our gold standard, the Pew Studies, when they ask people if they believe in hell, they say yes. Does anybody think they're going there? No. No, like, overwhelmingly, everybody thinks they're going to heaven. So I don't think this view that fear of hell is scaring people into morality is that effective, because most people think they're great and they're going to heaven.
Reverend Scott, that's why I have you doing the first half of hour number 3. Thank you.
Well, I just go by our gold standard.
May I add my two...
go ahead, Jason. Absolutely.
Thanks, I appreciate it. So I can honestly answer his question from a non-believer standpoint, right? So morality is subjective. And if this person wants to do what they want to do because they think it's in their best interest, there actually is nothing that can stop them. So that would be the honest answer. Someone's going to do what they want to do, and nothing's going to stop them, because in their mind, they think what they are doing is right. So the honest answer would be nothing can stop them.
Excellent commentary.
Well, because I've been skipped a couple times.
I'm going to go to Daryl, then you, Mountain. Then you'll be next. Daryl has to be in the queue. Daryl, my main man, one of my main man mods, and my buddy from the Critical Thinking Forum. Would you like a fresh pot?
Maybe just 3. You know, there's this really funny episode of The Sopranos where Paulie and Christopher are calculating how much time they're going to have to spend in hell. And then Paulie says, there is no hell. You know, there's purgatory. And then he says, it's really funny. He says, I think I got about 6,000 years in purgatory. And then he says, after that, I go up to the pearly gates. And I think it's the same episode where the medium is calling out the number, the ghosts of the people that Paulie has killed. It's absolutely hilarious that he had a mathematical equation for how many years, how many thousands of years he was going to have to do in purgatory. But I wanted to come up because, the dispensationalism thing is interesting, right? Because, and this is more like for our buddy down there, it's like, if you look at dispensationalism, it started like, I think in the early 1800s, and they've had to readjust their, again, like similar to like Paulie on The Sopranos, right? They keep readjusting their end time calculation, right? It's gonna be now. It's gonna be after World War II, after World War I. It's like they keep changing when the end times are coming. And what I don't think our friend down there realizes is that they're all wrong. They've all been wrong. We're all still here, and we're gonna be here. Like, well, not us literally, but this planet's gonna be here 1,000 years from now, 10,000 years from now, and you'll still have groups of people predicting the end of the world. The rapture, the idea of the rapture, of Jesus coming and taking people before the end of the world, that spawned those books, that sold millions of copies, the Left Behind
I'll
book.
never forgive Nicolas Cage for being in that fucking.
What about Kirk Cameron?
No, I don't give a shit
terrible.
about. I don't give a shit about Kirk Cameron, but I can't believe Nicolas Cage.
I think Nicolas Cage just needs to pay his bills these days. But the idea of the rapture came out of this idea of dispensationalism. Everyone keeps predicting the end of the world, and they all turn out to be wrong. And lastly, I wanted to say, there was a comment comparing, what happened this week to the assassinations of, and maybe it wasn't a comparison, so let me walk that back. But putting what happened this week in the same vein as the killing of Kennedy and the killing of Bobby, it's ridiculous. I just think it's ridiculous. And lastly, I just want to say what I said yesterday. Don't let this distract you from the Epstein thing. The Epstein thing hopefully will not go away. And and I misspoke yesterday. 18,000 new emails were discovered, and as more and more of this comes out, there's just going to be more names dropping, and we can't let this thing go away because there are thousands of young girls who have been harmed by what has happened, and I think it does them an injustice to simply switch news topics and what we're going to talk about this week. I don't think this is going to go away, and I hope it doesn't go away.
I should not agree more, and I don't mean to be a conspiracy theorist, but you think it's an accident when Trump does stuff like change the name of the Department of Defense to Department of War willy-nilly? I mean, he is throwing everything against the wall to see what will stick to distract. Let's keep them looking at the shiny objects. All right. Now, I'm going to go to Mountain. Mountain, here you go. It is time for your fresh fire.
How's it going? Yeah. Charlie Kirk, assassination again. We're, not again, but we're still dealing with it. Pretty horrible. I've been talking to quite a few people on the left, and they don't, they're wanting to say he's not a leftist, that he's a Nick Fuentes groiper, or that he's not trans, even though he is dating a trans person. This is obviously a leftist here, man. And
I don't think it's obvious he's a leftist. I think what he is complex, right? I mean, his whole family structure. No. You're not in his head, and I know he's got a complex biography.
Are you gonna interrupt?
Yeah, I'm a mod. I can interrupt you. Now, what I'm saying is, I'm on the left. Okay, I'm on the left.
Obviously, dude, that's why you're, you know.
And what I'm saying is, this is not obvious.
Hey, Mountain. There's a universal rule on Clubhouse in basically every single fucking room, and that is when a mod speaks, you shut the fuck up. If you don't like it, there's the leave out. If you don't like it, there's the leave quietly button up top. So when Scott speaks, mute up. When Scott speaks, mute up. Thank you.
Thank you, Uncle Steve. There you go. So
Reverend Scott, I was just feeling a little protective of your leadership. I just had to reinforce the rules of the room that we've had for over 4 years. And by the way, that basically every other clubhouse room has. Please continue.
And I would just say, it was finish my point. Like it's if this guy were clearly a leftist, I would say it. I'm a good faith actor, at least I try to be. And the left does have a problem with political violence. I mean, I think it's every study has shown there's more of it in number and lethality that originates on the right, but that doesn't mean there's none on the left. But this guy, to act as though this guy is some sort of left-wing activist, this is a murky, complex guy. Sometimes they should look. John Hinckley shot Reagan to impress Jodie Foster. I mean, we don't always know, and I think our rush to sort of saying this was this side or this was that side, I think is that we don't know, and the story's still unfolding, and everything I've read, and I followed the story, is that this guy is murky, right? That I don't know that his identity is all that clear. So that's all I'm saying.
If I could just add to what you're saying, there's this idea that if someone's gay, they're left, right? Like, it's something that they perpetuate amongst themselves. And yet, when you look at like some of the news that's come out,
Larry Craig from 20, 30 years ago, going to totally advocated against the LGBTQ, and then he's busted in a sting in an airport bathroom trying to pick up someone who's gay.
And Grindr crashed twice during the last RNC convention. Nobody wants to talk about that, but the idea is that, if you're gay, if you're this, or if you're in any way what they consider non-normal, you have to be on the left.
I will say
it's wrong to cut people into left and right. You know, it's like everybody isn't left or right. People are more complex. Scott is right. Scott is correct. People are way more complicated than left and right. And I think as long as we continue dividing people into left and right, we're making the wrong, not that we need any divisions, but we're making the wrong division.
Yeah, absolutely. I could not agree more. It's just, and again, it's. I mean, oftentimes it just nuance is super helpful, right? And I think, again, we often have to make generalizations just to talk, right? So because humans function on pattern recognition and language, patterns and things like that. But the things are complex. Reality, it tends to be very complex. Uncle Steve, are you ready to sit back in the captain's chair?
Give me one more speaker.
All right, let's go to my dear friend, Dr. Francine. Dr. Francine, from the Sunshine State. Would you like a press pop?
Yeah, well, yes and no. I don't know how long this is going to take, but I want to go on with my feeling about morality and about the wrongness of cutting people into right and left. I mean, this kid who is 22, whose prefrontal cortex had not finished developing yet, is not what he will be when he's 30. And by the way, I live in Arizona, so I've seen a lot of Charlie Kirk, and Charlie Kirk had changed a lot. Charlie Kirk, in some ways, was on his way to the mainstream because now he's 31 and a father. And that makes a huge difference in, how you exercise your beliefs and what you believe in and what you see around you. And you keep learning and growing as you grow up. And this 22-year-old kid, who knows? Who knows what he will believe when he grows up to be a mature adult, which he is not now. And he's obviously been influenced by somebody, but until he tells us, we don't know who. And we don't know if he's a groyper or a leftist or a politically inactive, although his family said he'd been active. And what do we know about his roommate? We don't know anything. There is so much misinformation. So every once in a while, I just have to speak out that I'm following this story about as closely as anybody. And I don't know what's true.
Dr. Francine, I love that.
I'd be America's Hitler.
All right. Is there anything else you wanted to say?
Yeah. It's we're lost. We're lost, and having a gun makes you.
Tell me why you are lost.
Well, I no longer have my radio show. I was fired. I was silenced by the right wing. So I no longer have the voice I've had for the last 20 years. I did not get to say goodbye to my audience. And
most people that are fired on radio do not get
I know, Stephen, I know. But we had a very intimate relationship, being the only liberal on a conservative radio show. But yeah, I just think that when you own a gun, you want to use it. And that's a crazy place to find yourself.
Well, it's interesting that you say that, because over 99% of gun owners never shoot a person, never kill anybody, and arguably are responsible. If you want the stats, and by the way, I looked them up, in 2023, there were less than 50,000 gun deaths in America, like about 47,000. It's documented that there are over 100 million gun owners. There are over 400 million guns in circulation in America. There are over 100 million gun owners. Therefore, based on the numbers, 1% is a million. And
but clearly, Steve, it's just not enough.
The only reason I bring it up is because when you make the statement,
right,
if you have a gun, you want to use it. I just wanted to bring out those facts. Go ahead.
A few years ago, I'm still in reaction to this. It was shortly after they were talking about how the Dems stole the election.
Yeah.
And some guy gets up at one of their meetings and says, "When do we get to use our guns?" And I just find that in America today, we are willing to let people kill children and rape children, and we're just not going to do anything about it. And that's
I don't agree with that one either. Look at the pushback that Trump's getting on Epstein. He's getting pushback from both sides.
I haven't heard the word Epstein ever since Kirk got shot. Maybe that was why he arranged for Kirk to get shot.
So it's your opinion that Trump manufactured this?
No, it's not. It's my opinion. I can't put it past him, however.
Fair enough. That's fine. I'm not going to argue with your opinion.
Well, it's a fact that you can't put it past him. Not my opinion.
No, it's an opinion.
You think it's not a fact that Trump has the lowest character of any president we've experienced, and that he would do anything to make the Epstein thing go away?
Just to be clear, now you're moving the goalposts, and I am happy to discuss that narrative with you. So We're moving on to another topic. Go ahead. Make the question or statement again. I'd be happy to respond.
When I don't have anything to say about this. I'm just, like I said, like you said, I'm lost.
Fair enough. And let me respond. If you're alluding to that Trump is a master deflector, I completely agree. Trump is the greatest deflector president I've ever seen in my life. Ronald Reagan had the Teflon shield. Anything negatively sort of bounced right off him. But Trump is a master deflector. But I don't think we can attribute to the lack of conversation about Epstein for the past 72 hours on Trump. I think that has to do with the media, and it has to do with the population, because this is clearly the number one story. We're all searching for information. We're all, let's say, searching out our ground where we want to stand. And once it sort of middles out, let's say it's a bad choice of words, once everybody assembles their territory, give it about a week, I guarantee you Epstein will be back in the news. But please continue.
I just want to finish with this.
Yes.
In 2023, when Kirk said, well, a few gun deaths, it's worth it, as long as we get to keep our Second Amendment. I just want to disagree with that. I don't want to see any more. I would rather give up guns than keep watching our kids get killed in schools. Thanks.
Sure. If I could follow up one question. So you're against the Second Amendment, or maybe I misunderstood you?
I'm against the way we're allowing the Second Amendment that we have to sit around. Being on radio all this time and having to report
Yes.
on school killings has been disgusting to me, and it's the day I hate most in my radio careers. I've never used the name of the killers. I always refer to them as the pathetic loser, and I just think that guns are less valuable than our kids, and I wish people would agree with me.
That is a fantastic point, and you're the first one that's brought it up in the show after 2 hours and 42 minutes, that the name of the assassin was brought up immediately. It was not withheld. That is a very good point.
And he said a really good quote: I'd rather give up my guns than have more children killed in school shootings.
I completely agree. Billy, is there anything else you want to contribute or close? I very much value your comments.
No, kids, thanks very much. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you for your contribution. The show is better with you than without you. We're going to give you a first-class escort down the red carpet to the VIP. If anybody in the audience wants to come up, you got literally like 5 minutes, and then mods don't bring anybody else up. Okay, let's see. Before we go to closing thoughts and burning desires, I want to go to the mod squad. Anybody on the mod squad want to respond to anything that we've heard in the past 43 minutes?
Yeah, I'd love to hop in for a minute.
Go ahead. Please, go ahead.
Yeah, to prior speaker a while back who was saying, what would stop an atheist that wanted to cause harm from causing harm? Well, absolutely nothing. That's what you're trying to get us to say. But I do think you'll left a couple of important things out, and I just wanted to state
This
them.
show is on YouTube. Giant Jones has it on YouTube.
Atheists do not believe in objective morality. Plenty of atheists believe in objective morality. I'm an atheist that believes in objective morality. So the starting premise that if you're an atheist you have to be a moral relativist is not a correct starting premise. Secondly, I would say that while there is nothing stopping an atheist that wants to cause harm that's a moral relativist from doing it, historically there's been nothing stopping religious people who want to cause harm from causing it either. History is replete with examples of people causing harm in the name of God. Violence is a human problem. Attributing it to any religion, whether that religion is atheism or one that believes in God, is sort of irrelevant. People that want to cause harm cause harm. It is a person problem, not an idea problem.
Thank you, Matt, for saying that. Well said.
Absolutely. Very. In fact, let's give Matt a standing ovation. Nicely done, Matt. Nicely done. Appreciate that. All right, let's see if anybody new is on stage. Okay, nobody new is on stage. So we're going to go to closing thoughts and burning desires. El Normo, do you want to take a couple of minutes with closing thoughts and burning desires, El Normo?
Yeah, sure. We've been through a tough week. There were two major shootings. One an assassination of a public figure, the other a school shooting. It's just unspeakably awful, disturbing. Also had a very public execution of an innocent Ukrainian refugee on public transportation by a psychopath who slit her throat. Who the psychopath was freed apparently repeatedly by an incompetent judge who was appointed with the express purpose of not incarcerating criminals. I noticed, just as a side note, that people cited the decrease in crime in some cities that Trump proposed to send the National Guard to, without pointing out that crime had gone down in these cities because they'd stopped prosecuting misdemeanors. That was true at least in Washington, D.C. I happened to look that up. So at Washington, D.C., at the time that Trump sent the National Guard to lower crime, Washington, D.C. had a rate of murder 87% above the national average. You cannot prosecute misdemeanors, which adds to chaos and crime in a community, such as shoplifting and burglary and personal crimes. But you can't pretend dead bodies aren't there. You can't hide dead bodies. So it's been a tough week, and I think we're going to have to sit with what we've learned from this week. For one thing, we now have nurtured a generation that seems willing to murder people with whom they disagree, as in the case with the murder of the United Healthcare executive, I believe his name was Bill Thompson, by a creep whose name I won't even dignify by using, or by the murder of Charlie Kirk.
And by the way, I would say that 9 out of 10 people know the name of the assassin and don't know the name of the United Healthcare Worker CEO. Please continue, Norm. It's a shame.
It definitely is, and that's why I know the name, and I purposely didn't use it. I want to not get that bad taste of that name in my mouth. And so we're going to have to respond to this national affliction, as we need to respond to international events that seem to constitute an assault on our freedom to live according to our values. So I believe our values are under attack. And I believe, you could say our freedom, but I mean all of our values are under attack. And there is now a realignment taking place. Charlie Kirk was part of that realignment. Trump is part of that realignment. He's not the leader I would have chosen for the job, but he's the one whose history has chosen. And I think we need to pay close attention and not drop the ball. Thank you, Steve.
Norm, those were some of the best words I've ever heard you say. Mod Squad, get together. Let's all get together and give Norm a first-class escort.
Mod Squad!
I show Honey Badger in my queue is next. Would you like to say goodbye, Honey Badger?
Sure, I'll say goodbye because I'm driving again. So thanks.
Thank you, first class escort to the VIP. You only get me on that one, but it's a special one. End of times, Dave. Would you like to take a minute or two and say goodbye?
I think I will not talk about this week. Last week I talked about coming weeks and months. I think I'm a scientist and I in a very good opportunity to understand a believer, non-believer from the spiritual perspective, also God, and also maybe aliens because of three-eye atlas, and in this very chaotic geopolitical and American internal politics, I think understanding Bible and how the framework helped me to understand the end time and the coming event. That's it.
Dave, thank you. First class escort to the VIP. And now we go to the mods who do not get first class escorts to the VIP because they have to stay on stage and continue doing the heavy lifting until the end of the show. John, would you like to say goodbye?
Bye, Uncle Steve.
We can come back to John if John is not available. Okay, let's go to Daryl. Would you like to say goodbye? Daryl.
I would. One, the end times are not coming. I'll start with that. And I'll also say that, political violence is not new. I mean, Marie Antoinette was executed in what could easily be called political violence. And what I would say is that when you push, I'm a realist, I'm not an idealist, right? You push people, even if, especially people who might be mentally unbalanced, right? And you see violent things happen. We want to argue that where everyone's rational, everyone's able to make decisions. That's simply not true. And I see that every day I get on the subway. This will continue to happen in a society where people are told that you're completely on your own, your fate is your own, your destiny is your own, and if you fail, it's your fault. And I think as a society, we have to figure some of these things out, or it's just going to continue to happen.
Thank you. Let's try John again. John, are you there? Would you like to say goodbye, John?
I'm here, Uncle Steve.
We got Les.
Go
Les,
fuck yourself.
Bye.
Les, thank you very much. Let's go to Lynn.
I'm here.
Would you like to...
I don't even know why people come to Uncle Steve's show. He's not polite. He's not nice. He's a prick. He sounds like an asshole. He sounds like shit.
Okay. Lynn.
And his mod squad
Yes.
is a bunch of cronies.
So, sitting here and listening, I find myself in a really strange place because sitting in the center, a lot of people throw things right, a lot of people throw things left, and I think Dr. Francine said it best. When we put people on the left and the right, we pit them against each other, and I think that's we're failing to nuance the fact that there's personal responsibility. People want to blame the conservative parents of this supposed possible alleged murder of Charlie Kirk, but they're not mentioning the fact that these people, well, his father anyway, is the one that turned him in, so clearly he believes in personal responsibility. And that's, I think, where we need to start is where is the personal responsibility rather than the finger pointing. And so, I'd like to see a little bit more of that and a little bit less of is this person's fault or this family's fault or this ideology's fault is really not, because everybody has an opinion. That doesn't mean we have to necessarily act on those opinions. And when we act on it, that is a choice we have then made. So I'd like to see a little bit more of that and a little less, it's, this is fault or trans fault or whatever. that we're going to blame on it. And so I do want to say that if he is the killer, I'm really happy that his father turned him in and did not make it seem like, oh, we need to cover this up and be all cutesy and sweet parents that love our children into their own, stupidity. So anyway, that's what I had to say, and thank you. Goodbye, everybody. Oh, hopefully I'll see some of you at Ask Young Elvis right after this.
There you go. Little shameless plug. Love that. Matt, would you like to say goodbye?
Yeah, to everybody listening, hope you have a great rest of the weekend, good work week. And I would part with the thought that in debate, one of the things you're supposed to do as a debater is to argue against the best interpretation of the other person's argument. You are supposed to be charitable and assume the strongest version, because arguing against that will allow you to provide your strongest
I believe
argument.
that's known as a steelman argument.
Steelmanning is something you can do if you're trying to make the argument for them, but I would say that's slightly separate. What I would say is we've become so fixated on winning debates that we are not fixated on the quality of our arguments when we do so, and it has made us weaker on both sides. I would encourage everybody to have the most charity for the people you disagree with possible, not because it benefits them, but because it benefits you. And if you can, try to see them as the most human you possibly can. Again, your disagreements with them will be more valid.
Try to see Republican conservatives as human as humanly possible.
Because you're a good person. Everybody that was doing it because they're a good person is already doing it. Do it because it makes you
liberal superiority.
It is 100% factual that the best debaters can argue either side successfully. Let's say goodbye to
Wow,
Richard.
profound, Steve.
Richard, would you like to say goodbye?
Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for a great show, Steve.
Thank you. Let's say goodbye to Violet. Violet, would you like to say goodbye?
Great to have you back, Steve. And I wanted to say my personal opinion of the Mod Squad popcorn song is that it's awesome. I love that. I think it's perfect for the segment. And yeah, I hope everybody has a great week, safe journeys, and I'll see everybody soon. Bye.
Thank you. And Alfonso is on the phone, so let's go to Reverend Scott. Reverend, would you like to say goodbye?
Oh, Uncle Steve, they say the pain of parting is nothing to the joy of meeting again. So that's from Dickens. So while it's sorrowful that the show has to come to an end.
Yes.
I mean, it's because it's so amazing. But it goes on again and again. Every weekend, Uncle Steve, we're
That's
here.
right.
And it's a thrill to be here for our public. And I'm looking forward to next week. Just
Fucking
another
thrilled.
high energy, action packed show. Weekend of shows with my uncles.
Today's show was amazing. Thank you, Mod Squad. Thank you, nieces and nephews.
Hey, do I get to say goodbye?
Oh, where are you? Wait. Where?
I'm at the top
Oh,
left.
you're at the top
man.
left. Hey, buddy.
Good.
I humbly apologize.
I got
for it.
forgotten in the introduction of the Mod Squad, and now I'm getting
Jesus.
forgotten for the goodbye to the Mod Squad. However, that does not affect
Nobody likes
me
to talk
one
to
iota.
slime.
So I'm going to use this opportunity to say once again, a great room, great conversations, and it was brought up about atheist worldview. Atheism is not a worldview. It's also not a belief system. Atheism is an absence of belief in a god or gods. Atheism, many atheists do not consider morality a divine decree, but a human endeavor. We must understand that and not mislabel what atheism is. Atheism is not a threat to your
It's
beliefs.
nothing. It's literally
So let's move past
nothing.
these outdated fears, and let's recognize that a person's lack of beliefs in a God does not equate to a lack of morals or a lack of purpose or a lack of humanity. Atheists are neighbors, friends, family members.
Hi,
Doctors,
neighbor,
teachers,
aka atheist.
artists, and leaders. They contribute to our society and strengthen it, not by believing indifferently, but by living well. So people, there is a left wing and a right wing, and that bird flies. So we must cooperate, whether you're left or right. We got to stay in the middle to keep this bird flying. Thank you, folks.
Wow, JCC, what a motivating speech!
That was amazing.
Unbelievable,
Fearless
JCC.
founder in the Atheism House, Alfonso. Would you like to say goodbye, Alfonso? Alfonso going once, Alfonso going twice. Well, on behalf of Alfonso, our fearless founder, we say goodbye. And that'll wrap it.
Oh wow, the fearless founder.
Thank you,
Steve has truly taken over the fearless founders show.
And we'll be back next Saturday with Ask Uncle Steve with the Mod Squad. Next Sunday, Ask the Atheist with the Mod Squad. And I hope from the bottom of my heart, on behalf of the Mod
Steve,
Squad.
you don't have a heart. We bang up in that politically correct show, everybody.
And y'all can't, any other studio, any other producer, they would have said, absolutely, we're going to make sure the star of this gets the accommodation she needs. Like, but y'all, 3 black people didn't want to get this black woman.
And you sure they wasn't going to reimburse her? Because that's the part that just sounds crazy to me. I mean, I can see somebody saying, all right, look, go ahead and pay for yourself up front, and then whatever, you pay for, just send it to us and, invoice us, and we'll pay you on the back end.
No,
like, because you're doing
wasn't
work.
part of the budget because it was, Purchase was a very limited budget, and that was supposed to be their argument that no, we're not paying for nobody because it's not in the budget, and we weren't even expecting to get picked up. This is an independent film, and it gets picked up by Lionsgate or whatever.
Okay.
And that's what I say too. But like, all right, y'all didn't. Okay, so. Still pay for me. Like, now it went places y'all didn't think it was going. So you still gotta pay. And they did want to pay it. I think maybe she said something about it, but didn't like go hard about it. And she may have thought about it and then said more. And then that's where it escalated.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is that, so the film had an original production budget of about $10 million. It made $60 million, so you're supposed to increase the original budget. That's how budgets work. When you start projecting more revenue, you increase the budget and spend more too. So that's.
But I wouldn't know it. Well, I guess they would have projected more revenue because it was getting rave reviews from all of these different sources. So yeah, and I guess. That stuff that's known in the movie business, but me as just a basic civilian, I'm like, yeah, pay for her. Like, what's going on? Y'all got it. One of y'all do, if one don't, or all 3 of y'all could have put together. How much the fuck was it? 500,000?
Well, but here's the thing. Like, for me in business, it's hard to make those adjustments in my mind just talking about it. Like, all right, well, you need to pay for me. Well, no, we have this budget. We don't have any more money left. And she might not have said anything, right? And then the more money started coming in, they said, you know what? Let's go ahead and just reimburse her something because of the fact that this. A lot of times people kill their own blessings because they go opening up their mouth, and then they get screwed on the back end because you opened your mouth too soon.
I disagree with that one.
I'm just telling you from lessons that I know for myself and what I've learned from myself.
I agree, but what I'm talking about is taking into account this is a movie that you 3 independently came together to recreate. You handpicked the cast. You asked me to do it. Also, we are of kin, or we are all black. This is not a regular situation. I understand business, and if you had said we'll reimburse you, fine. You guys presented to me, hey, this is getting more press than we thought. Travel overseas on your own dime. Also, bring your makeup artist. You'll be paying for her. And whoever
your stylist, you'll be paying for her. Whatever you gotta wear, you'll be paying for that too. Huh? No, my nigga, I don't give a fuck what kind of business we got going on. Now, you're not gonna play me. You're not about to get free labor, and you have no, and I just gotta guess it. Maybe they'll reimburse me if we make, whatever. No, and who knows if you're this shady to not give it to me up front? Who knows if you make more money? If we don't have anything in paper, who knows if you'll pay me? Because you'll just say, we never agreed to that.
Yeah, and so First Lady, if your original revenue projection was 25 million, and then it goes up to 60 million, you increase your expense budget as well.
Oh, amazing, CEO.
Concepts of this like not even reimbursement, like upfront payment. No, I mean unless they took out a policy specifically for that, but if you. I mean, that wouldn't make a lot of sense. There should be like a umbrella policy on whatever's going on. But
enjoy the show.
Pay me what you was gonna pay for the insurance policy. It's not
enjoy the show, everybody. We're going to get a nice coffee.
This isn't like a huge expense. You just paying for.
We got a room open called Democrats Avoiding All Responsibility and Moral Superiority.
I don't get that. That just doesn't make sense to me. And I get the business part of it, but there's not enough evidence there to say this is business versus I'm just stingy.
All right, so let me just go back to what CEO said, right? About increasing the budget. Increasing the budget, okay. But if it wasn't in the budget at the time of these tours, we see this coming about. We got a plan for it. We may not have received the revenue just yet. Again, I think everything has to do with communication. I don't care if y'all get upset with me for continuously keep repeating it. Communication is everything. She could have opened up her mouth and said something when in fact, if she didn't want to go and she couldn't afford it, she could just simply say, okay, well, guys, you know what? I can't afford it, and I'm sorry I won't be there. Period. And left it at that.
No, that's what she said.
Oh, then I don't see nothing wrong with that. If I tell you I can't afford it and I won't be there and left it alone.
It's not about her affording it, though. That's not right. It's not about.
Not only did she say I can't afford it and I won't be there, she paid for Gab because they didn't pay for her. She took out of her own pocket. She paid for Gabri to go.
That's right. That's you, Matt.
Who's Gabri?
You and your moral superiority. What a joke. Go to the gym, fatty. Read a book.
And so she went on a European tour. And
this was in 2009. So
whenever the movie.
Yeah, but I'm talking about if we go back in that era of time. 2008 is when we had that little recession situation, right? So 2009, we're coming out of that. So the money and things, it was kind of weary during that era of time. I'm just saying.
What? Baby, all them girls. Because, First Lady, Oprah was a billionaire through 2009. Tyler Perry was right around $1 billion, and so was.
He was billion worth.
No way. He was close to it. He was around the 7, 6. He had plenty money to send her. It wouldn't have been shit for him to write at $1.5 million check and say, take your ass on across that pond.
Okay. All right.
It wouldn't have been that much. It wouldn't have even been that much.
Yeah, what you think? Maybe like 500?
I think it would have been about $250,000.
Yeah, $250,000.
So one of the biggest standout things about it, when Lionsgate actually took it over, they didn't pay her for the festivals, which is customary for the studios to pay, and that was about $200,000 on that.
What'd you say, Alef? Repeat that, please?
I was saying that once Lionsgate took it over, they didn't pay for the festival promotions, which are customary about $200,000 to $700,000. For her, it would have probably been around $400,000.
Yeah, that is worth noting as well. But this is not just on Oprah and Tyler Perry; it's on Lionsgate because Lionsgate acquired the project. And so they also decided not to do this. So it's on them as well. It's not just Oprah and
But don't you think just on like a black piece, like that's like I say, hey, First Lady and CEO, I want to make this passion project, y'all know I'm a photographer, whatever. Yeah, can y'all do this? You know, just on the strength, like Black Power. You know what I'm saying? I'll pay y'all a little something, but I don't really have. I'm not, you know. And then motherfucking let's say Bill Gates or whatever, like it's his new favorite thing and it gets crazy, you know, attention and wow, you know what I'm saying? And First Lady, your face is all over everywhere. And I get rich because it's my creation or whatever. Or I'm getting and then you like, well, you know, the hookers and stuff, and I'm like, girl, we ain't say nothing like that. This is business. Like that's corny. Like, and I feel like, all right, I can't take you to court. So in these streets, I'm gonna wear your ass out. And I feel like that's her method because she can't. Like they did it on the strength. Like you know, I see you, you see me, sister. And now, but that don't work in court. So I gotta just get on and keep roasting y'all because y'all fuck my shit up. So that's how I see her position.
She was underpaid. She was undervalued to the tune of $5 million to $10 million.
Well, it didn't help her the time before, and it ain't helping her now. So continue, keep on doing it.
But it did help her. She got a bigger payday.
It did actually help her.
It did help her. She went from like $1 million to like $5 million. Monique was paid $50,000 for Precious. $50,000 for Precious.
Oh yeah, she only got 50K, so that's it.
Yep.
So basically, they were saying, "Hey, take your 50K and spend that on."
And she had the second most screen time in the movie. Just she had the second most screen time.
I would maybe the most, but I know she's the one who got all the critical acclaim. Like it was all about Monique. She got the Oscars.
Yeah, so look at it like this, right? So she got paid $50,000. The film made $60 million and had all these awards. I mean that is completely sensible.
What did they pay Mariah Carey? That's what I want to know.
Probably nothing. But Mariah Carey is in a whole different position than Monique. And so I think Mariah Carey probably just did, because her and Lee Daniels are really, really good friends. So she just probably did that as a favor and as to get some type of, you know, her name. It was probably a mutual thing. But Mariah is worth $800 million.
All right, so let me read this. It says Monique is upset with Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey because she claims they falsely labeled her as difficult to work with during the promotion of the film Precious, leading to a decade-long impact on her career and finances. Monique refused to participate in unpaid promotional duties while Tyler Perry allegedly spread the difficult label, which she believes Oprah and Perry used to blackball her in Hollywood. Monique has been seeking accountability from both for the alleged damage to her career and livelihood. Now, Precious promotion in 2009, during the promotion of the film Precious, Monique starred in a film executive produced by Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey. Refusal of unpaid work. Monique declined to do unpaid promotional work, including traveling to the Cannes Film Festival, citing prior commitments and lack of contractual obligation for such work. Did you hear what I said? Citing she got prior commitments.
Did you read? But hold on, go back up and read. She wouldn't agree to what?
Let me see what you're talking about. When Oprah accused blackball her, Monique has been seeking accountability from both of the alleged damage to her career and livelihood. What you talking about?
Unpaid promotion.
Okay, so that was the name of this section. It says refusal of unpaid work.
Right. So that's what we're talking about. She refused to do it because it was unpaid.
So Monique declined to do unpaid promotional work, including traveling to the Cannes Film Festival, citing, she's telling them, her reasoning that she's saying is because I had prior commitments and a lack of contractual obligation for such work, meaning that our contract does not require me to be there, nor do I, and on top of that, I already have prior commitments. That's the reason
and you're
why.
not paying me. What do you have to go listen to her speak on it.
I got you. So not only do I have prior commitments and I don't have a contract with you to do it, I'm not getting paid for it. Right?
Or like...
Right, but then when they were asked about it, Lee Daniels and Oprah and them, they didn't say that. They said Monique is hard to work with. That's how the whole...
I'm just trying to get the...
Right, I'm about to tell you, so according to per Monique, it went more like this. Oh, okay, cool. So how is that getting paid for? Oh, you gotta pay for it. Oh, okay, y'all can't pay for it? No, we can't. Oh, okay, well, I had something to do anyway, so I can't be bothered if y'all not gonna pay for it. That's more of how it went, according per Monique.
Yeah, so here's the biggest insult of that. So she was supposed to go to France, Canada, London, Dubai, and like 7 U.S. cities. That would have cost her more than the $50,000 she was paid to do the film.
So that was basically her excuse because they said they're not gonna pay, even whatever. So she said, "Oh, I got other shit to do." And if I remember correctly, she didn't have nothing else to do. That's what she said. You have to go in. She goes into the whole speech about what happened, the conversation she had with both of them, and kind of suggesting, well, y'all can't pay for it. I don't think she ever outright asked, hey, can y'all just come out of y'all pocket? But she kind of suggested, and they was both like, nah, we good.
And it's a kiss of death in Hollywood when a black person is saying another black person's hard to work with to white people. That's a kiss of death.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you don't want the truth of the matter, but that's fine.
Not you don't want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
That's the truth.
What do you mean?
Because I just got a feeling I know how that conversation went. And I know how Tyler Perry probably came to the conclusion, like, you know what, she's just difficult to work with. And getting in his little mood and saying it, but putting it out there, I honestly, and I could be wrong, but I don't think that he thought about what could possibly happen with him saying that. I feel like he was more frustrated with the fact that she would not be showing up. And that's therefore is why he said what he said.
That might be true of Tyler Perry at the time, but did Oprah say the same thing, Jess? Did Oprah say that as well?
It's supposed to be Oprah.
Oprah knew First Lady. Oprah would know that.
But and then there's another piece. Hold on, First Lady. It's another piece with Oprah. So you may know this. So Oprah, I think she went on Oprah's show one time, and then she said Oprah called her, and I don't know when exactly this was, like the timeline. I know it was around this time, but I don't know where exactly it falls. But she called her and said, hey, Monique has like a interesting past where like mother, her family and shit. And her brother, I think, molested somebody. Something happened, like some weird shit. So I think Oprah called her and said, hey, I want to have your family on the show. And,
Monique's brother molested her.
Oh, yeah, okay. And so she said, yeah, but I don't want my brother there or whatever. And I think they agreed to it. And somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just going by. It was her mother. Somebody she didn't want there, and Monique came, and Oprah brought him out anyway. Yeah. Even after she said, and it was a real like fucked up situation, and she was like, I don't want to.
So what happened is that Monique's brother molested her, and was estranged in the family. You know what I'm saying? And Oprah brought the brother, the family, and Monique on the show without Monique really, really knowing.
she really, I can see why she don't fuck with Oprah, because, like, girl, I told you I don't want, you know, you asked me, I guess, if you asked me, can you have them on there, and then you have them on there anyway, but you asked me to come on here, told me, you didn't tell me that you know, whoever that she didn't want to be on there was going to be on there, and then you can see, like, the thing, like, Monique is shocked. Whoever the person is comes out, and, you know, she like, I mean, she behaved, but you could tell she's shocked.
It's a gotcha, right?
Did she pull what's that man's name? A Murray on him? Did she get up and run off?
No, she stood, she like held her composure. You kind of wouldn't have knew anything. Like, okay, it's one of those things where if you go back and look, then you can kind of see because you know what to look for. But at the moment, because it was already like kind of an emotional thing, you don't really notice it. But the way she says it is that, and I mean, Oprah never denied none of this. So she said Oprah called and asked, you know, can I have these people? And she said, you know, I don't really get into this, but you can have certain ones. But it was somebody specific, the brother or the mother, and she didn't want them to come on there, and Oprah did it anyway, and it was like a surprise in the middle of the show. So that's her first. Yeah. I forget his name.
It sounds like Oprah or the producers bitched out and they didn't want to tell that person, that family member, well, we gotta uninvite you because you know, of the situation. They bitched out. That's what people do. So,
well, now you bring a family. If you bring a if we have a family show and you ask me who can I bring on there, you know, and I'm gonna come, and then you bring somebody I don't like, I may behave, but when I leave that show, I'm never fucking with you again because you try to set me up.
And that's what I'm saying. That's a fact, and that's what I'm saying. That was bad practice for the producer of the show or the host for not following the directives of the subject guests. It's just like, what are you doing? Over production? What are you doing? Too?
I don't know. I know everybody like Oprah, but Oprah got too many bad.
I don't care about no damn Oprah. I'm just trying to get to the business. So that happened before Precious, right?
I don't know.
Oh, you know everything, but you don't know about that.
You can look it up, Shaquita.
All right, Chanel.
Shaquita is crazy.
Chanel.
You can look and see when it actually happened. But first lady, if somebody did that to you, you would never speak to them again.
That's what I'm trying. That's the reason why I was asking. When did she do the show? Because I wouldn't.
No, I'm pretty sure it happened I think they happened in between all of everything else. Wow, this is something that was going on alongside. You know, while they doing all these negotiations.
It was the year
basically.
That's why the show with her brother was.
Okay, yeah. I think that me, I probably would have shut up by now because I don't hold her just like this. But I don't really fault her for how she keep going off because I could see if I had a career and you gotta remember she won an Oscar. That's not something that a lot of people, especially coming from a comedian, she did kind of what Robin Williams did, went from a comedic actor that's not really taken seriously and killed a fucking dramatic role. So her career was supposed to go in a specific way, and it didn't go that way. and I mean, we could blame her, but it was largely because of this. So if I was just sitting at home, you know, thinking about it, I'd probably get mad at too and be like, "Get the fuck on live and cuss this motherfucker out."
Like the Parkers was not on Warner Brothers.
Hey, say I'm lying now. You know
You ain't lying. That's why that shit funny as hell.
That's why Oprah did what she did.
I'm mad as fuck. Shit.
Like, you know what?
I'm supposed to be at Sandra Pay right now, getting off my, like, doing my, and you bitches done.
But that's not the first time. But this is not. She also was screwed by that sitcom that she was on with that girl too.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
Go ahead, say it again.
But that's what made her famous.
They shit on the Parkers. That wasn't a nationally syndicated show for 5 whole seasons.
If you go back and listen to Club Shay Shay, she was telling him how, like, once it got to so many shows, they were supposed to be syndicated and they were supposed to get X amount of money, and they had to fight, and I think they still didn't even come out the way they were supposed to come out.
And that set a tone for her career, for how people can treat her and get away with it. She
value black women.
That she pushes back. Thank God. She's the queen. She's the queen of comedy.
But then they have this spin-off,
Moesha,
and it's way more, I'm not even gonna say way more successful, it's way better received than the Parkers were. And it's literally a spin-off of it literally was birthed from the success of the Parkers, was Moesha.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Parkers came from Moesha. You didn't realize that?
It's a spin-off.
No, I thought. Yeah, wait a minute, hold up.
The Parkers was first, though.
No, it wasn't.
No, Moesha was.
No, I mean,
Moesha was way before the Parkers.
Yeah, Moesha.
That's what yeah.
The Parkers is a spinoff from Moesha, sorry.
Yes.
Right, yeah.
Yes, that's why I was like, wait a minute, huh? Because, do you say that girl's name is Suki? What you say her name is? Culturally?
What'd you say? What was the question?
The girl, her name is Suki?
Sukiana?
The girl that was in the Parkers. What's her name? She can sing a little bit.
Not Tinder's Blood, so
okay.
What's my girl name? That's not her name.
Countess.
Countess Ron.
Yes.
I love me some Countess.
He's silly as I don't know why.
She is so funny.
But yeah, she was in Moesha because she was friends.
Mo said yeah.
Eat it up. I watched the episode today. What's that boy she was dating? That boy, the one with the bald head. Did he die?
He did die.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no. He didn't die.
One that kept coming in the house and taking their food, he died.
Oh, no, you're talking about...
No, I'm talking about...
I'm pretty sure he died. Hakeem.
Oh, Hakeem. That's not who I was talking about. But yeah.
Hakeem. Who you talking about the dude from Sticky Fingers?
Yeah.
Sticky Fingers ain't dead?
Yeah, that's who you said bald head. Who? Wait, Hakeem died?
Yeah, Hakeem was sick, wasn't he?
Oh my God!
Hakeem been gone for a minute.
You know who you remember when Romeo from
Santana, you talking about Mr.
Santana from
from Steve Harvey.
Yeah, when he died.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Took my man away. That was supposed to be. We were supposed to get married.
Wait a minute. Was that the one he got picked up?
No, that was still. I think that he got picked up. What?
Somebody was in a car or something, or picked somebody up.
How did he die? I forgot. I think he got killed, right?
Yeah, he got shot in the car.
Okay, he got shot in the car.
Well, wasn't that around? Didn't Bill Cosby's son get killed in a similar way? Ennis? Yeah, I remember that.
I forgot how he got killed. Man. I mean, but look, at the end of the day, you know...
Slicker dude in Ron was saying there was a robber.
Oh. Yeah, but about Monique, at the end of the day, I think she had a case of defamation on her hand. Because at the end of the day, you start telling somebody or telling the industry, oh, that person is hard to work with.
fucking with that money. Like, nah, you gotta see a judge, homie. We going to court. Like, I'm not going for this. You're not gonna be telling people I'm hard to work with, knowing damn well that's gonna affect my income.
Well, if it's a true statement, then
okay, cool. If it's a
then
true
it's not
statement,
defamation.
right, but if it's a true statement, then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the lawyers and let's hash this out in front of the court, in legal standing. So if it's true, then we'll find that out. But you know, you go ahead and say it, then I gotta sue you. What the fuck? That's my money. Like, I'm not supposed to just shit bricks down. I'm supposed to just do nothing.
And let me tell you, she's better than me because I would have been like, Tyler, are you a sissy? And I'm about to tell the world how you gay, and you don't want nobody to know.
Hold on, Coach B. You said you supposed to be defending Tyler Perry. You said you was gonna go work for him.
Okay.
You remember? You was like, if Tyler Perry call me right now, I'm going to work.
If he paying right, but nobody going over there for free. Nobody right. Nah, not that good with that long ass thing.
You said you was gonna be in a yacht.
If he expect me to come work for any type of regular fee, I mean, I'll still go, but I would be taking pictures of his sharing all day. The first lady, like, look at this shit here. Look at this shit here.
So Netflix only paid her what, $500,000 when everybody else, including the white comedians, they got way more money for this special.
So question, what does Stephen Colbert get? Because he just got signed. What is this shit looking like?
No, that's not a fair comparison.
I don't give a damn. You talking about black woman?
Not a fair comparison. I deal with black women.
Listen. My job right now, right, is to make sure that the black community, especially our women, get that fucking get those ducats. I'm sick of this shit. I'm being real. I'm sick of it. Fuck that. I don't give a fuck that you're Stephen Colbert. Nice, you cool and all that. High five and all that shit like that. But yo, you need to pay the women. Let's stop bullshit.
He's white.
Okay, so if we was gonna do, because now we doing that DEI stuff, and we should be comparing resumes that are similar. That's what I'm trying to say. That's all right. We need to be comparing people with similar resumes. If we was gonna compare a black woman to Stephen Colbert, this is a reach, but I would say Wanda Sykes, because she had her own little night show for a little while, and she had like 3 HBO specials.
Wanda Sykes funny. Fuck what you heard.
Yeah, those white men don't live on curb their enthusiasm. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's compare resumes that make sense.
Wanda said she woke up in the middle of the night and her 2 adopted white kids was at the end of her bed, and she said she started throwing shit at them because she thought they was ghosts. She said, I don't know why I got them 2 little motherfuckers. She said they all got blonde hair and ghost blue eyes. She said they show up behind you. Said it's a jump scare. She said she be at the dinner table and they'll tap her on the shoulder. She be like, ah, and she be like, oh hey sweetie, how you doing?
Hey, watch. What the hell was I gonna do right now?
Peace and blessings in the room.
Oh, I know what I got. Peace and blessings to the room. Hello.
Well, thanks for the asking for kindness and compassion for the non-human animals, asking for you to go vegan for justice, for your health, and for peace on earth. So because our actions speak louder than words. So thank you so much for having me.
Very good, very good.
See, this is why I like people that's into the environment and animals. They're always so nice.
Oh wait, no, I put butter. Y'all trying to get me in trouble in here.
For peace on earth.
I'm making some mozzarella sticks, guys. Is it vegan mozzarella?
As Dr. King said, injustice anywhere, justice everywhere. We have to put that compassion into action.
That's a fact. Okay. What's wrong with quoting him? It's been a wave of people that, they just been quoting him extra recently because of what happened earlier in the week. So now I'm just wary. I'm wary.
Yeah,
Be not wary.
Next thing was also vegan.
Be nice. Be ye not weary.
Quoting Madam Coretta Scott King and Dexter King put that
injustice, fight against injustice into action, as Dr. King said. So it's not a new thing. Madam Greta Scott King and Dexter King were vegan, so thank you so much. So much for.
But some people, I don't know about him being vegan, but there's some people who just do it because of situation. I've been quoting King since I was able to understand King, and I actually wrote a fucking essay the day before.
You and Robert should hang out.
Well, I'm not. But listen, I actually wrote an essay. I wrote an essay.
Now somebody's eating chicken feet.
Hey.
Yeah. Turkey feet.
Turkey toes.
Yeah, turkey toes. And I put Dr. King.
Lavender's a chicken feet,
right? So because that's what I do. So but there's some people like y'all said, they trying to jump on a bandwagon. And it's so odd.
Ew, y'all be eating chicken toes?
That's what I'm chicken toes.
Oh, you
And chicken feet is a lot of products going to give you a
How the fuck is a chicken for health?
It is.
They pick.
Read up on it.
I did. Collagen, right?
They're gonna walk right out of your life.
When y'all grow them little pterodactyl arms, I don't want to see
Somebody just kicked the
I ain't saying when you grow a
You eat the whole chicken, but you don't want to eat the feet.
Oh, I was gonna say, Mel gonna have a talent on her baby toe. She gonna be clamping on the shit.
No, I don't eat it. They just said it's healthy. I heard, but I never tried it.
Yeah, I only eat breast, wing, and that's it. Anything below the
too.
Oh, who eating it?
Yeah.
You?
Anything below the breast, I can eat the chicken.
Padded feet and mothers, you have a talent on each baby toenail. You start perching on chairs and shit at work. They're gonna have a chance to leave.
They use them
That's all right. We done had enough of this nigga.
You hear me?
What happened?
I said, y'all need to be careful because they use them to make bone broth. So, because they're full of collagen.
Yes, that's why. Thank you.
I don't know what you just said. They use that to make
Yeah, but $20 a time now. Ain't nobody using oxtails to make bone broth.
I do.
Yeah. What is
That's
that?
bone broth.
Oh, that's that.
They use the chicken feet to make bone broth.
I don't know that shit.
I do. You're absolutely right.
Baby, when I tell you I ain't never purchased nothing called broth.
It's good.
Where they sell that at?
I gotta go. You are sick,
Who's still
man.
there? Elon, raise your hand.
It's not crazy in a good restaurant and a bad restaurant. They make a lot of bone broth and they freeze it and they use
Yeah, I got it in the freezer.
Yeah,
I made that.
Y'all got a bunch of chicken toes in y'all freezer.
They're gonna have talents.
No, Lavender, don't make us numb, baby. It's okay. That's all right. Save
No,
it
you
for
got
somebody.
the
And when y'all,
Some people eat it, but some people just drink
when
the
the
broth.
skin on the bottom of y'all feet start getting thick, like a pad, and y'all start y'all arms start folding back, kind of like. Okay. Chest start poking out.
I don't have no wrinkles. I don't have no wrinkles. My face is not falling. I'm doing good. But I'm eating the way I'm supposed to eat.
I'm just playing. I just never had
Which one you want? You want
She said she ain't got no wrinkles and her face ain't falling. The face, when your face hangs.
You got no
I'm not eating the foot of nothing. Now I'm not eating. I eat a people. I suck a people toe before I suck a.
You don't eat pig feet.
Oh, come on, Ray. Hey, Ray. You late the class. Alvarado, I know. What the fuck?
You were playing hooky, like the bell rang a long
I didn't
time.
see the 80s back in the day, the 80s and the 90s. You see pig feet.
Ray, you late to class.
No more pigs. Stop eating.
Man, the pigs. You ever seen a pig's foot?
Been in there 6 months.
That shit is. I mean, is that a slave food? Is that something that black people made out of?
That stuff to California.
Shout out to them, because I would have said that same knife that you took to cut that. Just go ahead and stick me with it, because I'm not eating that shit.
You better cut some watermelon with that knife. I
definitely would have been one of the. I would have joined the. I would have got ate up by sharks.
Oh, wait a minute. We need to regroup. I mean, we need to recap this week. Because I want to know about next week.
Wait,
so,
my sentence.
No, continue, finish.
No, go ahead. I'm distraught now.
Okay, I guess you're gonna tell me first lady eat shit. Like you did. he told water.
Breathe.
He said water, eat shit. So I saw on Friday, y'all went from not liking a person to then liking the person to then hating the person within a matter of 3 hours.
Wow,
They all did it. Every last one. Kiana. Let me see. Water was here. Who else? Ray. Y'all know who I'm talking about?
No, I'm still waiting for the last message of you telling me what PR was going crazy in the room.
I put it in the back channel.
Oh, okay. Let me. I didn't do that.
Ray, who I'm talking about?
Me? Myself?
No. Jay Maddox. So, is he in a group or is he excommunicated? I need to know. Y'all remember Jay Maddox?
No.
Let me ping him in. Let me see if y'all can remember him.
Nah, I'm good. I get some chicken foot bone broth, so back channel me. Whoever know where to get it from.
You talking about
There's a place in the Bronx that has that. I don't know about Atlanta.
you talking about Black Wall Street? Is that what we're talking about? Jay Maddox, Black Wall Street?
Yes. Y'all remember him? Y'all remember Jay Maddox?
He moved out to fucking
I wasn't in here for that, because I would have been like.
There's a dude that he was from Oklahoma and he kept asking about Lincoln.
Right, that's little nigga.
Y'all went from not liking him to liking him to not to hating the boy.
I will say.
Well, he didn't vote. He didn't vote for Trump. He said, but he also was dumb.
This week has brought Omari to the very top of the worst MAGA list.
Wait a minute.
You guys had a beautiful conversation the other day.
One second. Wait a minute, Haitian. Wait a minute. Let me get clear. When I left yesterday, y'all, it was so harmonic. What happened?
That bitch on me. Yo, just that nigga like
That's the singing nigga, right?
No, Omari.
That shit was crazy last night.
See, this is what I'm saying. Y'all can't have certain conversations without me, man. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I wish I still had the picture.
Why'd you do
it?
The room on record?
Look at Mel.
Yeah, but you guys gonna be getting the time right. I like going through fucking whole
Nah, I wish I would have had the picture nation because it would have really been funny if I had the picture. I know y'all ain't able to see the picture, but I lost it.
I'm just letting y'all know we got a new person coming on stage. His name is Gary.
Okay. Hey, Gary. Why do you like? What
Hey,
did
Gary,
Gary
we
do?
got a pink ticket. That's why. Hey, Gary. How are you, Gary? Happy Sunday, Gary.
I like those glasses. I don't be seeing male presenting people rocking them cat eye frames, but that actually slaps on Gary. What y'all
Mr.
think?
Gary.
Some readers. Oh, Gary, cool. He was there. I think this might be some other white man, but the other white man that looked like Gary was cool.
Mr. Gary.
Horrible.
Mr. Gary, you asked to be on stage. Mr. Gary, you asked to be on stage. I don't hear from you, Mr. Gary. What's going on? Okay, Mr. Gary. I got 10. You got 10 seconds. Mr.
Gary packing that bomb.
Mr. Gary. Ooh. Touch for the very first time. Like a merchant. Has that been 10 seconds?
Yeah.
No, what happened to
He
him?
left.
On. Somebody kicked him
He ran away.
before he could get blocked.
Oh no, he down there in the group. He about to get out. See you later, Mr. Gary. Have a good day. Come back when you can talk. I told you, I just kicked him out. He didn't leave. He was in the audience. Hey, Notorious.
So can I finish telling you about Omari?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Tell us.
So do you remember the picture that Omari took? And it was given like bad bitch.
Which one?
Like bad bitch central check my credentials.
When his hips was real thick and shit.
Yeah. And I wish I still had it. And
You
he
should
had
not
his
be
shirt.
looking at that man's hips like that.
He had. Well, I mean, he had him pooched out. He had him on presentation. Wasn't nobody like looking for him? Oh, my bad.
No,
Fresh
man,
cut,
this is coming
Mr.
from a straight up
Peaches.
and down straight man. I looked at his profile picture one time. I'm like, why this nigga got his shit tooted up like that?
Wait.
So I think I came back. Wait a minute, did Just leave? I think I came in on that conversation. I heard Brooklyn asking him about some tight pants or something. And he was like, so are you saying, he said, so should I wear baggy clothes like back in the 90s? That's the part of the conversation I heard.
Well, I came in one day. This was a couple of weeks ago. And you know, we wasn't really in an argument, so I thought I had took a screenshot of it because you know that's what I do. But I just missed the mental note of it. But he kept the picture up, and it was like him. It was like a picture that a bad bitch take. Like I go to the picture, you turn around to the camera like with your ass like, and you kind of turn around and like look at it and take the picture. That's how he had it.
You need Jesus.
No, you need Jesus. He took it. And I was like, oh, power to the people. Straight man are out here living their best. So, you know, I didn't say nothing, you know, to him. But then he wanted to try to roast last night. So I really wish I had the picture so y'all could see it. Cause okay, just like take a thermal shirt like you might have, and if you take it and pull it over your ass to make your ass like accentuate or whatever, that's how he had it. And it was getting felt cute. Might delete it.
Don't forget the body length mirrors, like the full length gym mirrors that was in the back too.
Yeah, that's how you
get extra views.
I mean, but when you get the working out, you do want to look at your body, like you want to see the progress.
Okay, but I'm not posting it on here, like, look at my butt, like, period.
No, as a man, the only thing we show off is our torso. We don't have to show off our legs and our lower half.
And if you want to take a picture of your butt, that's for your personal use. Why would you come up here caked up on a Saturday and present it to us, especially me? Not me, bro. So.
That nigga had some childbearing hips. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't have the picture, so it'll probably die. But if I had that picture, he's in my I deleted appreciated it because once you mentioned it, I saw what you were talking about. Bitch, you saw it when you pulled up to that picture. That's why you took it. You was like, I'm caked up today. That's exactly what he said before he took the picture. Like, bitch.
Yeah, play that song Mr. Loud when he comes in for him, bro.
Yeah.
Do the remix.
I'm ass for that. You know them days when your ass look good as some man's first lady. You be like, oh, period, let me.
And if you
I wish I had glutes like him though. I do. I wish I could see his glutes.
Oh, Mama Shay.
He good first lady, he good.
He got a nice little round tushy.
Yeah, I wasn't checking his on.
So you know the bitch I'm talking about.
she know exactly what he's got. You said something about him when you said call him big booty before you called him big booty. To this PTR. Before you had called him big booty, I looked at his PTR. I was like, why would a nigga take a picture like that?
I always call him Big Booty Mega.
First lady buying her lip, right?
No, I didn't.
You're not gonna be friends no more?
Nobody was his friend.
I don't want it. First time after introduced me.
What's setting up play date?
I know, Water. So you're not gonna be cordial no more?
Probably not. That's very hard for me. Maybe like when I.
All right, I'll ask you in like a week or two.
I will talk to him when Deborah's room because I like watching Deborah drag his ass. Because he flip flops like a politician, and Deborah pays close attention when he's here. I don't, but I like it with Deborah. Stacks him up.
I really hate that. I felt like y'all were making headway yesterday.
No, you would have been mad at him too because he kept trying to say that we were celebrating that man death. That's what really was pissing me off.
Exactly.
Because I was like, why you keep saying that? And he was like, yes, because some people weren't. Yes, I'm saying. And he just kept repeating it. It was like, bitch, that didn't happen. And now I feel like you're trying to imply something, bitch.
But he's always just repeating MAGA talking points like some people are not gonna say things.
I told them that I was the only one that was celebratory about it. Put it on me, not everybody else. But they didn't want to do that.
Put the blame on me.
Yeah, the people that said they was like that, they admitted it. I mean, so talk to them. Don't keep talking to me.
But that's the reason why yesterday I kept trying to say, let's not talk about what's happening out there in the world. Let's talk about here. So then you could be specific, you know? But I don't know. It is what it is.
But that's what made me piss me off because it's like you trying to implicate. Or like, once you keep saying it over and over again, it's like, are you trying to implicate? Like, is this a setup, Paul? Because I don't like how you keep doing it.
If they keep saying it over and over again, it makes it true for them. So just like they keep saying that the shooter was a leftist, they're still saying it. So that's just what they do. But I was going to tell you, our NAACP here canceled a political talk that was going to be held at my church this week because of what happened. Yep.
See,
so
we
politicians
already. Damn.
They're not coming out.
This is not good. We cannot be dropping everything for this shit. This isn't good. This is not good. We don't drop it all for Gaza. What are we doing?
Drop it like that.
What? This is America. This happened in America.
Yeah.
And these MAGAs are in America. So they can walk up. I mean, my church has security just like Ashton's, but they're not going to just set people up to no.
Sandra, I'm putting up a GoFundMe for Waters' ticket to Gaza, so he could go over there and tell them all. We gonna make sure you get out there, and it's a one-way ticket.
Yeah.
A one-way.
Listen.
On a boat.
One way. Return trip, bro. Don't worry.
I just want to.
You should have went with Greta.
Hold on.
Say
right.
I got some news. Hold on. Did y'all hear that there's a bill being proposed for your passport to be revoked if you speak out against Israel now.
Yeah,
That's what they're talking
the driver's license too.
Bro, that's you every day.
Well, y'all better shut your
There's gonna
mouths.
be a bill proposed just for opening up your mouth soon.
See, you can't even
Shut it.
buy me a ticket, Jess. You can't even get me a ticket.
We'll just put you on a slow boat.
I'ma buy you a drink.
Hey, what are the rules in
Every registration cards and then start there.
All right, I just want to say this real quick. Still as of right now, today, Utah Governor Spencer Cox said that the suspect in the killing of Charlie Kirk is not cooperating with authorities as the investigation into the motive of the shooting continues. He's still not telling them. He's still not saying why.
He's not talking.
They're telling him to say he's guilty, and he's like, I'm not. You already know you got the shooter.
He's waiting for the White House to call and say, "Hey, we'll give you leniency. We'll tell everybody you're a leftist."
What did you guys think about the side-by-side photo of the one that they were posting prior to supposedly catching him and his mugshot? That the nose are different, two different noses.
You talking about the dude with the red shirt?
Right.
No, the guy with the American, the veteran shirt that had the hat on with the glasses versus the person on the mugshot.
How much do you hate?
They're comparing the noses, and they're two different noses.
I agree. I wouldn't be surprised, no. How much you gotta hate your son to turn him in? I mean, this shit stinks to high heaven.
You gotta be careful.
Let me tell you this though.
Go ahead.
Anything my job say, anything to me about anything I said on here, the lawsuit that I will motherfucking enact. So we could go, but baby, I ain't did none of that. But
I'm gonna put the link in the chat so you guys can look at it.
That's what's all gonna happen with these people, with them trying to get these people fired.
I just put it now.
They're gonna be in court forever.
Well, I'm going on record. I ain't said nothing.
I ain't either, but if they
What I have said,
baby, we will be in court.
what I have said is simply, I don't think nobody should be losing their lives for speaking their own truth. Period. I stand on that, and I will continue to repeat that and tout that. I don't want to see no one hurt, violence, or unalived.
And I don't
Period.
hear nobody verbally abuse college students just because they're getting a bag from something.
Did you look at the link, Water, and everybody else? Please look at it.
Hey, can I throw something else out there? I'm at CVS picking up my blood pressure medication. I just want to say this. These people getting out of hand with these fucking BBLs. These chicks getting BBLs and this shit don't match no other part of their body.
Okay, so on the image comparison rule,
Thanks for
I
sharing.
think a comparison in ImageNet is like face detection software, and it said that the upper helix of the ear does match in the way it protrudes. So there you go.
Also, be careful with some of those photos. Some of them are doctored, or they got enhancements, and those enhancements are based on like what the system thinks it would look like, but it's coming from a.
Alas, but what about the nose?
Yeah, to me, it matched to me.
No, they don't match to me.
Yes.
That one nose is skinnier than the other
Mel
nose.
did it. Yeah. No, and you gotta trust these.
You ain't gonna tell me that one nose is skinnier than the other one? Come on, people,
Yeah,
stop.
no, you totally.
I didn't see that. Maybe it's because, are you looking at the angle one?
Look
Or
at
the
it.
angle
No,
stick, or
hold
are you
on,
looking at the
that's-
thing?
The top photo
Yeah,
of the
I-
Did you
Sorry,
click
sorry.
on the image? Wait a minute. Let's get away from the subject for a minute, please, y'all.
I tried to talk about the BBLs.
Yeah, well, that wasn't a good. That wasn't a good subject.
pivot.
Not at all.
My bad.
No.
I'm still working, guys.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to learn I'm still learning how to work y'all rooms and y'all spaces.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you want us to say about that? We don't have any visual. We don't understand. Anyway, so what's this thing about Biden's immigration plan? A federal judge is considering a challenge to a new Biden administration plan that would shield undocumented spouses of U.S. citizens from deportation. Huh? Biden is not in office. What are they talking about?
Well, before we say this, I just want to say it's really up to these citizen journalists with all this plastic surgery, because they're like, oh hell no, like that's not his nose, like that's not his ear. Like
What?
You know what I'm talking about? Women
No.
with plastic. That woman had a lot of plastic surgery in that video, and she's like, "Let me tell you, my personal opinion. Look, that is not the same person. That's a completely different nose. Because they look so closely at that shit."
I should throw your ass into the goo. I just said I don't want to talk about it, and your ass gonna come right back and say something else about it. It ain't your bad. You just rude. You just fucking rude. I don't care if you gotta get it off your chest.
I feel bad.
First lady, can I ask you a question for real?
Tread lightly. Tread lightly.
No,
Go ahead.
I really been wondering this past couple days. Are you like from the Baltimore area?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, please don't ask that lady that.
Next topic.
And why the fuck would you ask me where the fuck I'm from?
Girl,
Fucking public radio, huh? Fuck wrong with you?
She said the area. I'm sorry. I apologize.
You're gonna be mean, and when I say it again, don't come out. What did you do?
What are you eating on? That was very Canadian. What are you doing with your
Some fried chicken.
Ew.
You don't want chicken feet, but you want fried chicken. Okay.
You just ate a beef toe, and it's a little.
I ain't eat no damn toe of nobody's beef.
No, you did.
None.
Restaurant.
Alright, so Intel's new investigation, alright, the US government now owns a 10% stake in Intel, making it the company's largest shareholder. What? You know what I'm talking about?
News. This is last week. Why everybody was sleeping? Whole lot of shit.
That was last week.
Yeah, just like South Korea pulling money out.
Yep.
Dang, they came and got their people.
And their money. Shit, fuck y'all.
And their money. Yeah.
They're not the only country that pulled out investments. Qatar pulled out 1.5 trillion because America backed Israel for bombing Palestinian negotiators in Qatar. So they said, "Fuck that! 1.5 is we pulling that shit back."
Bitch, nah.
They're probably asking for the plane back too. Fuck that! Get the plane back.
So it seems that the Boston Celtics won their 18th NBA championship with dominant 106-88 victory over the Dallas Mavericks.
That was
This is
2
world
years
news
ago.
tonight. Watching news in China. What's going on?
Yeah, what the hell?
Where you got that from?
It's not
Your VPN on.
It's football season.
What game you watching? Because they won 2 years ago. I'm confused.
What about Crawford? You gonna talk about that or?
Indiana won this year. First lady.
She picked up her iPhone 8 and just started reading.
Next breaking news you're gonna have. Next breaking news you're gonna have is the Indianapolis Colts selected Peyton Manning with the first pick in the NFL draft.
Right now, the Cowboys and the Lions and the Sixers are in the championship.
Look,
Right now, the Giants and Cowboys
that's all that
are
matters. That's all that matters. We're not fighting. All right, NATO has
Well, the
announced
Giants
plans.
and the Celtics evidently have a scrimmage game coming up.
NATO has announced plans to enhance its defensive posture on its eastern flank, bordering Russia, Belarus, and Ukraine.
Can you do that accent again, please?
I don't know which one.
No, seriously, though. They just listen to Romania.
This is why I like Sue, man. Sue and I can laugh for hours.
Y'all want to hear more damage for the economy?
I guess.
Yeah.
Dude, so China has purchased $0 of soybeans this year. That's about 54% of all the soybean exports. So obviously farmers are tripping. Also, the 25% tariffs on auto parts and 50% tariffs on steel wiped out $800 million in profits from Ford. for its profit. American company, right? So that's all the damage from all this shit.
Dude, Trader Joe's is all out of soybeans, so we need soybeans.
Trader Joe's is out of bread.
One thing you learn in the military.
No, really?
Is that money doesn't.
When we went to Sioux in
Thousands of people
LA,
working tirelessly.
but it was West Side though.
Oh, yeah, they only got them in yesterday. They were out all week in the valley.
Okay.
How the fuck are they out of them if nobody's buying them?
I live in a place that has a valley.
What was that, Jess?
Mississippi got the P Valley.
No. Pussy valley, I'm good on that. There you are.
Down in the valley where the girls get naked.
They don't do that anymore, do they?
Mississippi is future.
Not Regina Valley.
That could be a good
Tell
one.
us about it, Jess.
Well, no, that's a retreat.
I don't go there often. I actually speed up past that exit.
I heard the seafood's great in Vagina Valley.
The seafood. It shouldn't be so seafood. I thought that was a landlocked area. There should only be inland flooding in that specific part of
In
town.
other news today, Obama was just elected as the 44th president of the United States of America. That came from Lavender.
I wish.
Yes, we can.
I wish.
Now she read from my
There's
blanket.
a mic drop for you.
Wait a minute, Michelle said she had to go to 3 different grocery stores for pita bread today, and then tried to yesterday 2 of them at Costco's was $85. $85. That was a no. Then I went to Albertsons. It's $6.99 a pound. $6.99 a pound. But almost 2 pounds of fat on them. Forget it. Oh my God. This is not good.
France to the Ivory Coast.
Yeah.
To Taco Cabana.
Chinese Treasury holdings are the lowest since 2009. That is Clubhouse. That's Clubhouse news thing.
What year is that news from?
It's Clubhouse news. What's going on?
$42 for a tri-tip. Does that sound?
Somebody baking a cake?
No, I'm putting my ricotta away.
Ricotta cheese.
Oh, that sounds nice.
That should stink.
There was a Secret Service employee.
He didn't want to say that. When you asked him, he was like, ricotta cheese.
Breaking news. This employee was fired for making negative comments about Charlie Kirk. I'll put the link in the chat.
Who was fired?
Secret Service employee.
Shit, really?
Shit.
Y'all better
And
shut
they
up.
haven't fired Cash Patel. What the fuck?
That Secret Service is saying the truth, that this shit was staged.
Yeah, I agree, Mel.
Is that what he said? Wait a minute, y'all. Stop it. Y'all start spreading rumors.
I'm respectful too.
She crazy. Wait a minute, Aleph. I'm not clicking on that link.
You got
What does it say? Matter of fact, you know what? Forget it. I don't know.
Okay, so a Secret Service employee who celebrated Charlie Kirk's assassination put on immediate leave.
Why was he celebrating?
God.
Why would he do that? How was he celebrating? Why? What's happening?
Maybe some of the people are happy.
Yeah, we gotta ask another question. Why does Fox News?
What'd you say?
Social media.
Everybody had one. Scared
Oh my God.
stone and glazed either
Oh my God. What is that thing?
Travis suit.
These Beatles would
Let me touch my ball.
It's a travesty on the part of our legal system.
A new Beatle.
No, I'm just trying to figure out. Oh, you want to play it? Okay.
Looked at the movie and said, well, look,
Somebody
it's
played a video
magical, it's got eternal life.
Oh, wait.
So is
That's
it real? Right there is a sun.
My phone only got 7%, but baby, I got enough space to play.
18th dynasty.
Okay, welcome to Politically Correct Cinema.
It looks 3,000 years old.
Okay, so
Get a sale like that, $250 to $500.
I would give you right around.
That's why we got CD Collins working her story. Her sources on the ground there on this story as well. She's also live on the campus there, or Utah. CD, what do you have for us? Hello there.
Years old, dating back to the Ottoman Empire.
Hey, Bill, good morning. So, as we just heard from colleague David Spun, the suspect has now been identified as Tyler Robinson, and we are hoping to learn more about who this person is at this news conference. But we heard this morning President Trump seemed to suggest that a person close to Tyler turned him in. What I'm hearing from one federal source, I just got a note from, is that
Am I playing the right thing?
Fake kid was crazy. Bro totally fell for it.
That mouth is drunk.
Alive. They talking about shit that went on.
The video that's attached to the article, but I haven't read it to be the video.
Ain't that some shit?
You're the freak, dog.
The video's at the top of the article. If it doesn't work out, then don't.
I got something to play.
All right, play it.
Politically Correct Cinema.
Billions of dollars to mental health and the homeless population. A lot of them don't want to take the programs. A lot of them don't want to get the help that is necessary. You can't give them a choice. Either you take the resources that we're going to give you, or you decide that you got to be locked up in jail. That's the way it has to be now. Or involuntary lethal injection or something. Just kill them. They have given. It actually happened when we were together on Wednesday, Lawrence. In the morning, we were discussing the murder of Irina Zaruska in Charlotte, North Carolina. We had to stop these kinds of attacks by homeless, mentally ill assailants, including institutionalizing or jailing such people so they cannot attack again. Now, during that discussion, I wrongly said they should get lethal injections. I apologize for that extremely callous remark. I'm obviously aware that not all mentally ill homeless people act as the perpetrator did in North Carolina. And so many homeless people deserve our empathy and compassion. Lawrence, back to you.
It's worth a lot more. It could be.
My bad. Back to you.
It's me now. Take care.
I go 11 grand on this. I'll go.
If you do 18, I'll take it.
Oh, my bad. I said that homeless people should be legal. So my bad about that. Rehab is not in any type of danger.
This discovery is a reminder that even clean-looking sand may hold unexpected
Now he's
surprises.
suggesting people be murdered.
Look,
did you know that shit was like the most, like, he should be in jail for that. Like, he shouldn't be fired. He should be fucking in prison for that. That was a call for genocide.
The dominant narrative in America is white people are evil, white people suck.
Like, what the fuck on a public news outlet? That's egregious.
Y'all quiet? What happened?
You know, your phone broke.
It does not have anything to do with it.
My phone broke?
Yeah, you just can't hear us talking.
Oh.
Have you ever had one of your comments go viral on the ground?
No, just he has his comments going viral all the time, and they always blocking him.
That's why I got my Instagram taken.
That's why he got to burn her Instagram.
That's crazy.
So I get you now.
That's just, you know, I don't know, Josh.
If you bold enough to talk shit to me in the comments and I go to your page and your whole family looking for then that's the decision you made that day. You knew how your family looked before you came at me.
Oh,
you should have left me alone.
But if you probably said something first, cause they wouldn't even know you if you wouldn't have said something.
No, they always say something derogatory, like, you know. So I'll be like, it goes pretty much like it goes in here. I don't know what's going on with these people. They always like, shut up, fag. And then I have to go and look at them, and I'm like, you shouldn't be insulting anyone. And you look like Herman Munster. Wife be ugly.
Oh.
Broke.
That's
the page.
Come on back. Come on back. Come on back. Come on back.
Okay.
Even argues with celebrities.
Yeah, I see a roaster every day.
Mel gonna tell it all. You hear me? He gonna tell it all.
Yep, he told me. He told all of us. So y'all just don't remember things. I always remember things.
I remember things all the time. I remember him saying this.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't know
Back in the day, I be chilling. I don't really be doing that no more. Like usually now, when I be seeing comments, I just shake my head. Like just hilarious, her whole thing with T.S. Medicine. I really want to say something, but I kept quiet. Do y'all like Just Hilarious?
No.
Has any business?
What did she do?
The Wall Street Journal that it is called.
She's a comedian.
Well, I know she's on there for something else, but I know her from just.
Well, she so you remember when Snoop Dogg said he was watching, I guess, some cartoon with his granddaughter. It was a lesbian couple, and he said he didn't know what to say to the granddaughter. And so T.S. Madison was like, well, Snoop, you like, he I don't know what he I think he said he didn't know what that was. And so T.S. was like, well, you have lesbian couples in your videos, so you clearly know what it is or whatever. So then, Just Hilarious was like, why are you even getting involved? Like, you're not even a lesbian. Like, that's not even your thing. And they already don't like each other. So T.S. Madison said, why do you always be coming at me? Is it because everybody be calling you a man? And so you want to take shit out on me? And she was like, no, nobody be calling me a man. Man, T.S. Madison went to that girl comments and just she recorded it, scrolling down. It was just so many people like, that's a nigga. That nigga showed to be having fun. Man, that's y'all can't tell me that's a man. That's what everybody was saying. It was so sad. Because I don't think she looked like a man at all, but apparently a lot of people do.
And anything new on the investigation? You
Yeah, I don't really know her to like her or dislike her. I know she was doing she was doing some private comedy stuff before she got on fucking Wild 'N Out. And then she was on Wild 'N Out. And then she got the Breakfast Club situation.
So the real question should be, is it a better trade-off? Well, it wasn't a good trade-off to go from Angela to just
Well, it wasn't a trade-off. Angela wanted to leave. Remember, they didn't just Angela wanted to leave.
No, I know that, but I'm just saying, is it like to go from, that person to that person? Do y'all think it was?
They're two different people.
They wouldn't let Angela talk most of the
Well,
time.
Angela wouldn't talk.
She'll say something and Charlamagne and them will cut off. You could tell for years they ain't get along. But then they let Jess and Lauren talk.
Yeah.
I don't know how old Lauren is. I know she's over 21, but just talk about how much of a baddie Lauren Larissa is.
I would definitely say, with Jess on the side. The one that was doing Diddy's trial.
I want to start off by addressing
what I was going to say. Yeah, so Angela Yee and Jess Hilarious, they just two different people. They like night and day. So.
Yeah, Jess got more of a dominant personality than Angela.
I didn't really love Angela Yee that much either.
Yeah, she didn't bring anything to the show. So when she left, it wasn't like a loss. She's not an Angie Martinez, I'm just saying.
Angela Yee's best highlight of her entire time on the Breakfast Club was when Birdman was there.
I knew he was going to say that.
What questions?
But you know something about Angela Yee? I think she's like a lot more intelligent than, especially than those two. And so I think the show was just a little beneath her. I'm gonna keep it real. It was just beneath her.
Well, I mean,
She's intelligent.
I think
let's get that shit.
No, I agree. She's intelligent, but she doesn't really have a voice.
It's like having an intellectual.
You understand? Like, I'm gonna speak for myself. I'm gonna have a voice on the show. I'm a part of this group. She never had that energy, so that's why they were able to just shut her up real quick, because she would be submissive and shut up. Unlike the two women now, they are very vocal, and they're gonna do what they do, and they don't care. They have their opinion, and they'll deal with the backlash later on.
It's like having an intellectual on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. It's like, yeah, they might be smart as fuck, but they don't fit. Angela didn't fit on that show, I feel like. So, like, now, when I catch the show, I'm like, oh, this is what it is, but I don't miss Angela.
Sometimes I do wish Charlamagne was shut the fuck up. I mean, not to say that you don't have points, but sometimes he just goes too far. Sometimes his points get lost. But it's his show, but he just talks too fucking much. Like, you never hear from Enough. Not that.
DJ Enough. Like,
I meant to say Envy. But yeah, it's not that.
Because that's not his gift either. His gift is not speaking. He's a DJ. Y'all guys work the mic if need to be, right? So Charlamagne is the voice there, and that's why he overpowers everyone.
Yeah, but enough is
Envy.
Sorry.
Envy is always like skin New York DJs.
Not Capri. Capri's the man. Listen, it's not that Envy, right? It's not old enough. It's not experienced enough to speak. Like, he definitely has the same experience as fucking Charlamagne. Like, come on, bro. He got kids. He's married. Come on, bro.
Envy sound like. Envy is good at speaking up on shit that's in his wheelhouse when it comes to that shit.
All this shit sound like gangster shit. Like, oh, I got this big, I got the, I got the Draco, all that other bullshit. He said, man, he don't be saying shit, bro. I'm just keeping it real.
So what I'm saying is that Charlamagne, prior to Breakfast Club, this was what he was doing. Versus Envy, prior to the Breakfast Club, he was a DJ. So he really never had to speak. Unlike when you're at the Breakfast Club. So that's why he lays back. If you see him, he's very laid back. He's just like, whatever. And Charlamagne does more of the talking. He'll throw a question here and there at the artist, but he barely speaks.
The biggest beef came with them is when they have conservative people on there and they just really let them get all this shit out. I'm like, why don't y'all challenge them like that? But when a liberal person comes on there, they get challenged.
Correct. I agree.
Like, they let Candace Owens just come on there and spew poison, hate-filled rhetoric. Not hate-filled rhetoric, but like, you know how you...
And even when Trump's Trump's daughter-in-law that was there? Yeah, they also let her just go off.
I was just be like, man, y'all need to... I need the Charlamagne that was on the Wendy Williams show. I need you to come back and challenge her like y'all was challenging.
They don't have nobody. Well, one thing about conservative people is if you challenge them hard, like they challenge people, they won't deal with you. So, like, the people that would, like, really, like, front Candace Owens up, she won't go on that show. But Charlamagne, I feel like Charlamagne could do that. He just has this whole, and this is a whole thing about a lot of Democrats, to be cordial and seem pleasant. I just don't give a fuck about seeming pleasant or nobody liking me at the end of the day. Mitch, can you answer the question or not?
They cool with Angela Rao, right? I was like, this would have been great. Hey, as a surprise, here's Angela Rao. Get her.
Yeah, get somebody on there. But Charlamagne could do it, but he just wrong. He ought, like, I don't understand cordiality. That's so stupid to me.
That's what happened when you...
Cause he done got fired so many times. He knows how it feel not to have a job.
I feel like he got, but he Texas.
Ray's like, we want the old Charlemagne back, but that Charlemagne ain't gonna work in 2025. There's gonna be a whole bunch of lawsuits and people complaining. They're already complaining about what he's doing now.
Well, you remember that the rapper, the real big girl was like, yeah, combination, I'm suing Uber. I'm sitting there like, boy, in the year 2000, Charlemagne got on your ass.
Lucky one can take it home. No tools are allowed.
Literally, like, I just be sitting there like, I feel like I'm a man without a country, because a lot of times I just be like, what is the world coming to?
Their fingers and rub them on the ice. Many try but fail and give up.
Charlemagne is just, I don't know. And then I really didn't like when he went on. That dude disrespected them black women. What's his name? The comedian, Andrew Schultz.
Yeah.
And then instead of him holding them
Anonymous people.
You should brilliant.
Just anonymous
First lady, excuse me.
We don't know which way to go.
11 times you take the You were talking about brilliant idiots, Schultz and Charlemagne.
Yeah, when he said that shit about black women, if you get into it with a black woman or a Puerto Rican woman, then they gonna punch you in your face and all this other stuff. And then a whole bunch of black people was like, you shouldn't be disrespecting black women like that. And then Charlemagne bitch ass went on there and was like, when did we start holding comedians accountable? Like, I just never, he never can stand no shit. He's such a pussy to me.
We just anonymous people. They don't know which way to go.
No, sorry, dude, in a conversation, she'll be like, man, you disrespectful.
It's the new show.
Depending on the situation, yeah, we're gonna punch somebody in the face and cut somebody in. What's the fucking problem?
That's a problem.
That shit is annoying. I'm serious. Like, everybody got a fucking temper, and you don't know what you're gonna do when you're upset.
So here's the crazy thing. The crazy thing is, I've seen enough videos, right, of parents. You know, no disrespect to anybody in Karen, but I've seen enough videos of Karens going crazy. I've seen enough videos of white men losing their shit, ready to swing, down. I mean, they get knocked out eventually, but ready to throw down on anybody and whoever, right? And nobody ever mentions that shit. No one ever mentions that shit, except for Dr. Richie. You know, he does that on his show. But nobody actually, for the most part, mentions that shit. And so him bringing up black women, like, why are you even bringing that up? Why are you making that statement?
Trolling.
Like, what the fuck are you doing, Schultz?
Yeah, I don't like that.
Because they know when they talk about certain groups, that's gonna get clicks and get people upset, right?
They have no joke.
Talk about racist white men. Talk about racist white men who go crazy. Talk about.
And then it's the Indian dude that went on there, and this was the nail in the coffin. If y'all never heard it, I'm gonna find it so I can play it for y'all. But he was just, I don't know if he was talking about Charlemagne or who he was talking to, but he was like, the way y'all let people disrespect black women, he was like, we would never do this in the Indian community. He was like, he was like, the shit that y'all say, he was like, y'all would have to eat those words. He was like, he was like, I just don't get it. It made us really, really, really look bad. Let me see if I can find it.
And that's a motherfucking fact. I done had these discussions with people. I say, don't air our community's business out in public spaces. Don't booty clap for that shit. Don't share them posts. But we have a lack of self-pride. Before I went to the bar last night, I was having to talk to this girl on social medias.
Wait, topic.
I was trying to like.
That was before you got to the strip club?
No, I don't go to strip club. That's disgusting to me. I did go to a gay bar a couple of times, but
what's going on?
Like the girl was like posted a trailer. it's racist, and I was like, that wasn't necessarily racist, but how about this, how about this, how about this? I was like, I don't see why we don't have no pride in ourselves. Like, why? That's my whole point. We don't have a lot of pride in our community. We just like to air each other out all the time. They don't do that nowhere else.
I don't know about the airing out thing. I'm just saying that the disrespect is apparent, and then like that shit needs to be stopped. So here's the thing. You know, we don't need to bring up somebody airing out because that's the whataboutism shit. That's the, like negating the fact that we're talking about a white man talking about black women in a particular way. This has nothing to do with black men right now, okay, except for Charlemagne. We're talking about white men, right? White men, you're talking about right here. So that means somebody else tagging.
Do you want to receive
just tag on their shoulder, right? And then you're gonna ignore the fact that if you look at many, many videos that's everywhere, you see white men do the same thing that they're accusing black women of doing. Meanwhile, when black women might be doing that, they are justified because somebody did some bullshit. It'd just be white men coming up to random people and going crazy, like as if somebody hurt them. I've seen videos of this shit like this yesterday. This morning. Because that's every day. You know, you see people protesting about one thing, and some random guy talking about, walk up to them, oh, this and that. Wait, we're not even talking about that. What the fuck are you talking about? You just making up shit right now, homie. Take your privileged ass home. This is not what we're protesting. You just jumping into business because you just want to be a fucking, whatever, a male parent.
It's rough, sir.
This is every day I see videos like this. It's not like once. Every day.
It's going to get worse because now, after this Charlie Kirk business, their fragility has gone brittle. They're brittle now.
Her fragility.
Nuts.
Well, that was the last one I saw this morning. It was. They were protesting. I forgot what they were protesting. And then some guy just walks up to them about Charlie Kirk. He's like, "Wait, what? We're not even talking about Kirk. What the fuck is going on?"
Royal said death threats sent to HBCUs the next day. You guys were the only people I heard talking about what was going to happen to the black community after this, right? You understood exactly what was going to happen, and it did the next day.
Mm-hmm. People out here was organizing fucking look out for the HBCU in the city, and they had like a perimeter set up. I was like, okay.
So is the Donald going to send the National Guard to protect the HBCU? That's the question.
Them motherfucking National Guards.
I don't know. They don't have any money for that.
Look, if them National Guard fellas go up to a HBCU, I'm going to say 40% of them not ever leaving. When they see the shit, they will see.
But what my question is, would the Donald send
He had it coming
to protect schools that are historically black?
Hell no.
And because they are facing threats after some guy from the right, a white guy from the right, killed one of their own, right? The white on white crime. Are they going to protect the black people being accused of the white horror?
He should have come out as soon as those threats were made, and HBCUs had to close and cancel. He should have come out. He should have come out and said, "This is wrong. You can't do this to people. You have to stop now." But he's unable to be an adult or think critically or try to pull the country together because he doesn't want that.
I found a clip that I wanted to play.
Don't take your guns.
Can't really date them, but I have. What I find corny is my preference is not my women. Now I thought it was I'm not dating my
my women. Period. That case put the corniest human being outside of a criminal. Period. Those are your roots. Those women are reflected in your roots. So if you're saying,
What the fuck is that?
It was a commercial in the middle of your video.
and hey, what I find corny is my preference is not my women. Now I thought it was I'm not dating my women, period, which is the corniest human being outside of a criminal to me, period. Those are your roots. Those women are reflected in your roots. So if you're saying, hey, I don't generally date them, but I have more space for it, even though I still think it's a little corny.
Akash only dates Brown. Akash has been with one girl in his life, who's his wife.
That's my wife. That's an
So
Indian
this
woman.
is like loyal through and through.
And I understand it's not as important for y'all, but as an Indian, there's not a lot of us who are famous. So whether you like it or not, people are looking at you as a role model. You guys have established yourselves as role models. From simps to pimps, which is another motto I find kind of corny, but I looked into what you guys are about. And a lot of this shit is just childish, which is fine if you want to be funny. We just talk about how doctors ain't shit for 45 minutes. We are not in any way life coaching. We are not in any way trying to help men outside of, hey, come have a laugh for a couple hours. If you're going to paint yourself as life coaches and then say shit like, my preference is, which is honestly bullshit. It is, I don't want to date black girls. That's the way every black dude that fucks white girls says it. I've dated black girls in my life. Alright, bro. Who the fuck has it except me? You know what I mean? Everybody gonna dabble in everything. It is the mentality that I have an issue with, and Alex is upset with the specific words, true, but underneath it, he's upset with the mentality. And a lot of stuff you guys say in general, I think, is stuff that's kind of childish. I saw a clip where you were like, oh, the nuclear family's falling apart. What do you do? I don't get married. Just don't get married. You actually trying to help men, or you talking to fucking incels who are 18 years old? That's some shit you say to college. I'm gonna turn you from a simp to a pimp. Alright, bro. Can we grow up? You guys are self-help.
This thing is being live streamed on YouTube, and everyone has been doxxed, and employers are being notified Monday with your best tips for hate and motor celebration. Have a good day, Monday, during terminal.
Let's just be mature about what we feel, and part of that maturity is, yeah, it was a bad joke. I don't actually feel exactly that way. What I find corny.
Imagine an Indian having to tell you to like your own people.
The stream is being live streamed on YouTube, and everyone has been doxxed, and employers are being notified Monday with your best clips of hate and murder celebration. Have a good Monday.
It's prominent in our community, though.
Have a good Monday, getting
I see it on social media all day, every day.
But that's because we tear each other down, though.
Well, that's what I was saying earlier. You call somebody on, and this a preference. Black women is this. Black women is this. I'd be like, where are you finding your women at? Because mine ain't never been like that.
Yeah, but I'm talking about, like, even just having the thought of not knowing how to protect. You have this gentleman who is not a black American sitting there chastising them, and they don't even know it. Like, they laughing and kikiing, but he's really telling them and showing them the mirror. Like, why are you doing this kind of thing? Like, yeah, we can laugh about it, and okay, yeah, you come, you visit. We're not giving nobody life coaching advice or nothing like that. But then, in the next voice, she can't be going off saying, you know, what do you say, something about some pimp? Like, what's the name of it? I don't know nothing about this.
Something about simps to pimps. Yeah, so I guess simps to pimps is like the far extremes on both ends. You're a simp, meaning that you're googly eyed all over women, and then pimps is obviously you don't really care about women, you just use them for your gratification. So I guess what he's saying is there's an in between that these individuals are not following.
I've never heard of it until today. Simps to pimps.
Me neither, but I mean, I guess the words make sense to me. I get what they're trying to say, but it's not you.
I don't know. if I use this app as an experiment, right, and I was to tell the truth about what I've observed, I've been in some of these spaces, and I never forget this one guy. I'm not gonna call his name, but I was sitting there talking to him, trying to, control the stage, and he just went off on me, called me all kinds of bitches. I mean, his voice, when he speaks, he rattles a room, right? He's like,
"Hi, Holly. I'm not done speaking, Holly. Shut up, Holly. I'm not finished speaking."
The more gentle that I was with him, the more angry he became. And I was like, wow, like, y'all talking about what you want, but then when you actually see it and it's around, you can't even receive it because you're so filled with toxicity. But I've also seen it on the flip side where...
This is called liberal projection.
Okay. Where the people... the girls would respond to it, and then it's a whole argument, and then they can sit there and put it off on the girl like, yeah, okay, we can go ahead and fight. And then they'll be like, see, look, she disrespectful. She a loud ass woman, and this black, this is what I'm talking about. You get what I'm saying?
No.
That happened the other night. What's that nigga who was like, why you gotta curse? Why you gotta curse? See, that's some lady like the Jesus freak, the singing nigga.
Manfinity.
Yeah. That's why I was like, kick his ass down, man. He'll bait you into that shit, then when you get upset, you are the stereotype. Fuck that shit.
Kick his ass
Did you
to
read
the
the comment in the
goo.
chat?
No,
Manfinity go bad.
I was reading something else.
Daddy, did you read the comment in the chat?
From who? Oh.
This room is being live streamed on YouTube, and everyone has been doxxed, and employers are being notified Monday with your best clips of hate and murder celebration. Have a good day. Monday getting terminated. It is being streamed, and I went on the page, and the person has countless streams of this page. This room. So I think maybe we should. He put the link in there.
He's from JB.
Yeah, it's that same Kitover person. But I think we should just start having the room in like one of the private, because this, if this keeps being streamed, I'm not gonna keep, because I can't keep doing this. Yeah, I mean, if you go to the page, it just on and on and on and on and on. It seems like every day they stream the room.
Gotcha. Gotcha, ass. Motherfucker. This is some bullshit. Motherfucker, he's live streaming
You
us.
gonna contact my employer, you gonna contact myself?
Motherfucker.
I hope everybody, go to the link.
Motherfucker.
YouTube page. You can file a privacy report and complaint. I advise everyone to do that.
Alright.
Motherfucker. He done recorded us talking our shit. Projecting our hate.
Again, like I was saying about,
Hi,
hate
Danny.
and stuff. It's just like one person does one thing, the next person has to go and out to the next. And even in this situation, people are having conversation.
Your employer
Nobody's
already
going
knows
out
exactly what you
seeking
said.
these people to come in and have a
You
conversation.
had a job.
I know
But
myself.
you're gonna have to get
and
unemployment.
the
Maybe when you
correct
file that
stands for
unemployment letter,
definitely
and you have
said
to appeal and get that
over and over
administrative
again,
judge,
do
you can
not
say,
stand for
somebody was
any
recording me on
violence
Clubhouse
and
talking
unalive
about shit.
anyone. That is the sentiments of this space.
It wasn't me.
However,
You could try
there are
that
people
line.
who
It
have
might
said
work.
certain
It
things,
wasn't me.
and we have
That's not
continuously
my
asked
voice.
them
That's AI
and
generated.
repeatedly
That could
asked
be
them not
another
to
little
say
bullet
that.
point you
But
put in
if a
there.
person continually listened, there was some additional information to that, so it wasn't necessarily a celebration. But please do not respond in any other additional way other than what I am speaking on, because I'm coming from a place of let's keep the peace.
Yeah, but you don't know what I was going to say. What I was going to say.
I don't know.
was-
And
We also don't authorize John Kidmore to record us, our rooms, streaming it on YouTube for 24/7, 7 days a week. We do not authorize that either.
Is it come up as private for y'all now?
Yeah, because he blocked you out of the room or he kicked you out of the YouTube live video.
So the thing about it is people, they create things in their head. Like even reading this post, right? Like it's saying things that weren't said. So it's like, oh, you just gotta make up shit.
Everybody's stressing out Monday.
Make up stuff.
Anyway.
Well, make sure that you record this. I don't authorize YouTube or you to use any of my voice, any of my IP, or any of my speech freely and without payment. And if you do, I will be seeking legal recourse. And that's clearly stated on this recording. So I'm going to make a report, and I will be putting the timestamp on which I made this statement. So
Timestamp.
I don't think y'all.
He owns it. It's his IP. It's not my IP. The filmmaker. It's not mine. Guess we're gonna have to find that one out in a court of law. Did I put a damper on the room? I feel like
I guess
I just sucked the joy out the fucking room of hate. Look, I got work Monday. I had a job. What happened to my job?
But anyway, I rebuke any of that energy. And
I rebuke it.
we get back to the conversation, or we just gonna end this piece? Which I want to do.
I crushed it. I sucked the joy right out of it.
I'm going up yonder. Going up yonder. Huh?
I had a job, but I don't know what happened.
So what are the jobs?
Somebody recorded me on Clubhouse talking my shit.
Oh, for the last past hour or two, regular life. What's that boy name? Charlemagne the God, Monique. We had a long conversation about Monique.
Oh, what's going on with her? She did something.
You know, that crazy Mel said that she was live, but then I don't know if she was saying that was an old live
I had
or was
a
it a new
job.
live. Mel, you still here?
It was a new live. So
Monique!
what happens is when she goes live, they
Monique
record
is so
just like John
unique.
Kidmore's doing
Monique.
Right now. And then they replay it on the blogs. So it was a live stream. We just didn't catch the live. We catch the recording.
What was she talking about?
Tyler Perry, and I didn't get to hear the whole thing, but it was in regards to Tyler Perry and Oprah.
I was so good at
Oh, so it
psyoping
was a real.
people.
I mean, it was a.
Yeah, it was current.
You know what? You know what the
It was-
real
yeah,
essence
it
of
was
psyop
funny.
is?
That's what
Just
we were
communication. That's it.
Oh.
It's
Yeah, it was
suggestion.
current.
It's just transmitting words, but it has to be read, and he actually just read it. So it wasn't me that psyoped the room. It was him, because otherwise most people don't look at the chat.
John Kimmel also confirmed on the recording that he is using someone else's IP.
Oh no, she
He also
busted
mentioned
me.
that.
Dummy, it's
He also
my
mentioned that he lost
IP.
his job.
I've already gone
So
through
that's
all
why
of
he ain't
this.
working.
I've already gone through all this. It's my IP. Why do you think my
Poor
YouTube
thing,
channels are
he
still
got
up?
that.
It's because I control and own the copyrights to your room, madam. Just because you have a voice doesn't mean you own that voice. You are speaking in a public platform, in a public sphere.
That's why he has the phone
Look,
slanted.
now you talking back to the to nothing.
That's why he has the phone slanted so that we.
I live rent free in all your brains. I ain't even gotta pay rent up in that house.
Oh yeah, don't worry.
I live rent free in your brains. And on Monday, you all gonna get fired. Cause we know who every single one of you are. We know from your profile who you are. And we know who your manager is.
box. I didn't make it yet, but I bought the box.
Yeah, I want to do the box. That's why. It looks good, right?
Yeah.
We'll find out. I'll let you know.
I had a job on Monday. They fired me because all the shit I was talking about Charlie Cook on Clownhouse. I lost my job on Clownhouse. I was talking about Charlie Cook and how he got what was coming to him. He got what was coming.
I'm about to pin this link.
We sucked the joy out your room. We destroyed your negative, murderous hate. Racist vibration. You gotta run like little fucking rats and motherfucking cockroaches running.
Bye, Sam.
They running. Look at them run. Look at them run. They're all getting fired on Monday. 12 o'clock terminated. Here's your walking papers. Bye.
Next door. We're about to shut this bitch down.
Right back to the new one. And we back. We back.
Have you seen Miss Pam down there? She came to visit us.
Hey, Miss Pam. Oh, I'm done. I'm slow.
Again, it's Sunday. No, you're allowed.
No, I thought I didn't mod anybody yet. What's wrong?
Hello.
Okay. Start pinging, you guys. What are we going to talk about today?
Hey everyone, this is Jordan. How you doing?
How you doing, Jordan?
Hi, Jordan.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, Raj.
Hello. Is it me you're looking for? I don't know where you are.
There you go.
What's going on, Jordan?
Not much.
What are y'all laughing about?
I like your voice.
What about you?
What's going on? What y'all okay? Like, what's happening?
Yeah, no, I said, how are you?
Hi, Deborah.
Yeah, this is Jordan, by the way. I just got back on the Clubhouse.
You seem like an infiltrator. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
Well, okay. So what's an infiltrator? Because I'm confused.
You know, like a spy.
I don't know. Jordan has been in the gratitude spaces, so
Yes, I am.
yeah. Jordan may not be who y'all think Jordan is.
No, I'm actually really nice compared to some of these people online here.
What you mean, these people?